All the students, please kindly rise. We have our distinguished guest. A very good morning to one and all present here. It is my privilege that I, Dr. Vijayalakshmi Singh, Organizing Secretary, University of Allahabad, Moot Court Competition 2025, take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present here, especially the chief guest of the occasion, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal Sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, University of Allahabad, Professor Sangeeta Shrivastava Ma'am, and all the esteemed distinguished guests present here. To mark the beginning of this auspicious event, I now invite our esteemed distinguished guest to step forward for ceremonial lighting of the lamp. Thank you, esteemed guest, for lighting the ceremonial lamp. I would now like to request the chief guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Sangeeta Shrivastava Ma'am, Dean Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, Adesh Kumar Sir, to kindly come upon the stage and seated on the dais. Thank you, respected dignitaries. I would now like to request Professor Adesh Kumar Sir, Dean Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, to kindly felicitate our chief guest of the day, Honorable Justice Rajesh Bindal Sir, with a token of gratitude and a bouquet of flowers. I would also request Sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Professor Sangeeta Shrivastava, with a token of gratitude and a bouquet of flowers. I would now like to request Dr. Anshuman Mishra Sir, Associate Professor, I would now like to request Dr. Anshuman Mishra Sir, Associate Professor, Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, to come upon the stage and felicitate Professor Adesh Kumar Sir, Faculty of Law. Thank you, sir. The University of Allahabad, with its glorious legacy and rich academic heritage, takes immense pride in its value and tradition. To honor this spirit, we shall now listen to our Kul Geet, a melody that resonates with the ideas of this esteemed institution, performed by a student of Department of Music and Performing Arts, University of Allahabad, under the supervision of Dr. Vishal Jain.
जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। ज्ञान उद्गम ज्ञान संगम ज्ञान के इतिहास। ज्ञान उद्गम ज्ञान संगम ज्ञान के इतिहास। शत शत नमन है विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम अवधारणाधार। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी ज्ञान और विज्ञान का वर्धन तुम्हारा कर। साहित्य और संगीत की सेवा तुम्हारा घर। सबके लिए सब दिन तुम्हारा खुला शिक्षा द्वार। कर दिया तुमने सभी को योग्यता अनुसार। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी पैदा किया तुमने अनेकों देश के नेता महान। राष्ट्र के उत्थान में जिनका महत्व योगदान। कला कृषि धनवंतरी इंजीनियरिंग विज्ञान। साहित्य विधि तकनीक में जो अग्रणी इंसान। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी पहला रहा जो यश पताका गगन मंडल में सदा। झुकने न देंगे इस धरा को, कर यही मन में बसा। मिलता रहे हम सबको विद्या और अभय वरदान। गाते रहे निश दिन तुम्हारी सुयश गाथा गान। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी
Thank you, students, for this lovely rendition. To formally welcome our dignitaries and participants, now I invite Professor Adesh Kumar Sir, Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, to give welcome address.
Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal ji, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Chief Guest of today's inaugural ceremony, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Allahabad, Professor Sangeeta Srivastav ji, retired teachers of my own faculty, members of jury, esteemed authorities of the university, Dean CDC Shukla ji, Chief Proctor Rakesh Singh ji, Director FRC Ashish ji, Head Department of Education, other former head and deans, PRO Jaya Kapoor ji, APRO Dr. Sharma ji, Professor in charge Legal Cell Dr. Sonal ji, Law Officer Dr. Piyush ji, other heads, directors, coordinators of the different departments, institutions of the university, media persons, esteemed participants from the different institutions of this country, my colleague and faculty members, my beloved students, non-teaching staff, and volunteer students. Good morning to all of you. Before I welcome to the guest, it is my moral duty to draw the kind attention of your lordship that this department was established a long back, and since then the 7 students of this faculty have graced the chair of Chief Justice of India, and I would like to name them very proudly. Honorable former CGI Justice Rangnath Mishra ji, Honorable former CGI Justice KN Singh ji, Honorable former CGI Justice VN Khare ji, Honorable former CGI Justice MH Beg ji, Honorable former CGI Justice JS Verma ji, Honorable former CGI Justice Alvin Robert ji, and Honorable former CGI Justice RS Pathak ji, who graced the chair of CGI, Supreme Court of India. Your Lordship, 3 former judges, honorable judges, are also alumnus of this department, and there are 4 sitting judges of the Supreme Court of India who are presiding the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Though I know you know each one very well, because you have been the part of Honorable High Court of Judicature at Allahabad, but it is my moral duty to let you know. Your Lordship, I heartily welcome you in the inaugural function of this Faculty of Law as well as the University of Allahabad. I remember the day 24th of March 2023 when I was in BHU, and Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal ji were invited by the Banaras Hindu University as the chief guest of 10th National Mahamana Moot Court Competition, and I was appointed to receive your lordship at the airport. I reached there, and in the last, when Honorable Mr. Justice Bindal ji met me, and he said, Doctor साहब आपको आने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी, है ना? You are not supposed to come here. कोई teacher मुझे receive करने आए, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता. And these words always echo in my ear, in my mind. The respect and the honor which was tendered by the Honorable Mr. Justice to the teacher fraternity, that is very much appreciable. And I always indebted you, sir, on the behalf of academic fraternity. We have another very esteemed guest on the dais as a chairperson, great academician, distinguished administrator, an esteemed policymaker who has changed the whole face of this university by her affirmed decisions and courage. And she is known nationwide by her deed, which contributed not only to the university but the other institutions. She is none other than our Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Allahabad, Professor Sangeeta Srivastav ji. Respected ma'am, I welcome you in the today's inaugural function, and I also wish you a very happy Women's Day. I also wish a very happy Women's Day to all the females who are present in the hall and to all who have contributed so much in my life. I welcome the other authorities who have supported me in conceptualizing this program, N.K. Shukla ji, Professor Rakesh ji, Head Education, and the other former members, Shimon Prasad ji, retired teachers. I welcome to the Chairman Legal Cell, PRO Jai Shankar ma'am. I welcome the jury members, Kunal Ravi ji and other esteemed members. I welcome to the media persons also and different participants from the all corners of the country. I welcome my colleagues, my teachers, my beloved students, and all the volunteers who have contributed a lot. Due to the paucity of time, if I could not have mentioned any name, the responsibility was all mine, and I tender sincere apology for that. Thank you very much for being with us. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. It is a matter of immense pride and privilege to have with us Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal, Sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Sir, your remarkable journey in the legal profession has made a significant impact on the legal landscape of our nation. Your words today will undoubtedly inspire young minds present here. With great respect, I feel privileged to now invite on the stage Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal, sir, to address the gathering.
I think on. A very good morning, dignitaries honored of the dais, faculty members, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, just responding to what Professor Adesh Kumar said, I think we all should be indebted to our teachers, because wherever we are all because of them. It's all their guidance given at a right time, which helps us in our career, wherever we reach. So I think that dedication or their effort in molding this life of a student should never be forgotten. First and foremost, I wish all our women here a happy International Women's Day. I think we know all that where our country has reached and what is the contribution of the women here. What we are seeing today is the first woman Vice Chancellor of this oldest, I think, university in the country. Never before we had a woman Vice Chancellor. And I can also share, and this university is one 33-year-old university. So nobody ever thought of it. You will see any result coming in. Whenever you see maybe 10th class, plus 2, or any class thereafter also, you will always find that 60-70% top positions are by the girls only. And if you see our judicial service also, we get about 50 to 60% girl students as candidates as the judicial officers. And this is throughout. Maybe UP also we had like that, Punjab also, Haryana also, anywhere. Even I can share, I was in J&K also. In J&K also we had 50% girl students, though the service in that terrain is little difficult because we have very difficult areas where they need to serve. Some of the courts remain disconnected maybe for 5-6 months in a year. So they can't just come out of that particular area. And we have seen a woman of Indian origin being Vice President of USA and contesting the election for President. Just see where we have reached. We have seen the contribution in our Mangal, Chandrayaan mission, how much women were involved. So it's not, there is no limit in fact where the contribution is going on. If you talk about Allahabad, I think there can't be a better example than this Kumbh going, which we have recently seen. You see the large-hearted people, how they have served the people of the country, saying about 60 crore plus people coming to a city from throughout the world, basically not India, not state, in 1.5 months. Even the population of US is 34 crore only. So everybody is surprised how the people live. It's our large-heartedness. And as we say, it's Atithi Deva Bhava. We all welcome. Maybe we are facing difficulty ourselves. You must have seen the students or the people who are living here. I think full credit goes to them. And the people, I think, throughout the world will remember it throughout their life, that at one place so much of people can gather anytime. Nobody can imagine this. Hats off to the residents of the city also. And this is my second visit to the law department or the university. My best wishes, first of all, to all the candidates. You see, participation is very important in these events because you learn a lot. In our time, this system was not there. And for a short duration, you will step into the shoes of a lawyer also, where ultimately, after you get the degree, you will step in, but you will have the real-time experience. And the idea of judges here, not to see that you are a perfect person. They just want to see your passion for the profession, that how you want to proceed, how serious you are, how is your presentation, because legal profession, as I see, is just like telling stories. When you go to the court, you just tell a story blended with law, and then you succeed. If you go left, right, maybe after 1 you go to 10, 10 after you go to 7, then go to 15, nobody will understand. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blended with law, you succeed. Instead of misleading or something, if you mislead, then naturally you have to have some jugglery. Winning and losing is not that important. As I said, the participation is the most important part. Now I'm told that there are 62 teams were there, 16 have come. Yes, 16 have been shortlisted. Yes. Yes, so that means the competition was really tough even at the entry level also. That shows the quality they want to maintain. And the quality is because of the university's past. As you enter the university, you see a lot of blend of heritage and modernity. This building we are seeing is modern. If you want to enter the gate, it's all heritage. So this is the combination, and if you enter any educational institution, you need to learn, and you learn a lot because the entire atmosphere is full of education, full of ideas. As we say, we go in a temple. There you have a different feeling. As you go into the temple of, we call the courts as temple of justice. This is the temple of learning. So if you come with a clean mind, you will learn a lot of things. If you come with a biased mind, naturally your learning experience will be very less. Now this university is also called, you must have read, Oxford of East. Established in 1887, just see. And besides the previous 7 Chief Justice of India, as is shared, this university had many other students like the Presidents of India, Vice President, many other awardees. Long list is there. But one fact is there, because I have come here. If somebody asks me that you have gone to Oxford, I will say yes. I will not add East in that I had gone in a function in Oxford University. And I can share with you that in the bar room also here, there is a round table still there, where they say Motilal Nehru and Jawaharlal Nehru, they used to sit on that table when they were in practice in Allahabad High Court. So that's the heritage things they have maintained. My part of education is also from Punjab University. But that was set up in Lahore in 1882. But thereafter in India it came in 47. So as far as India is concerned, Indian side is concerned, that's not that old, but this is in India only from 1887. So besides this, I can also share that I remained in J&K. There, I think second or third highest level the court is there at Leh. So I had the opportunity to be there. If we talk of old and all other institutions, I had an opportunity to serve in Calcutta High Court. That is the oldest high court in the country, 1862. Allahabad, 1866, is the largest in the world. People say in India, I think nowhere in the world such a big high court is there, because so much of litigation is not there anywhere in the world. And then, besides 7 CJIs, yes, we had earlier, we may have in future also from this place only. That's there. And one of the earlier dean of this law department is now heading the National Law University in Patiala, Rajiv Gandhi. So that's the quality we had here. This is one part. I think a lot of congratulations goes to the university and the department to host this event. Now see the importance of this profession going in. I was invited in a function in IIT Kharagpur. This is the oldest and the top IIT in the country. There also they have law school there. And the students are all IT graduates. Just see, after IT graduation in technology, basically IT, they are there and they are studying law thereafter. Because intellectual property right and all that, this is there. So this is the importance. When I did my law in 82, 85, the law department used to be just in the corner of a campus because nobody was serious at that time. The admission was just walk-in. Practically in all universities, if you have 45% marks, normally in some universities little difficult. No moot courts, no court visit, so no practical experience at all. This moot court system started in 2008 when the Bar Council of India framed the rules for that. And then the steps were started. But still, you see, the syllabus in the university, in the law department, cannot be as exhaustive as the laws are there in the country. They have very limited syllabus in the law school. In all these events, you learn a lot of other things which are normally may not be in your syllabus, and especially the practical part. Now you compare this with the chartered accountancy. There, every candidate who joins has to work with a chartered accountant. Earlier it was 3 years, now it is 2 years probably, and then pass the exam. They have their classes also, but it's all practical training. If you see the medicine, after passing out for 4.5 years, in that also they work in hospital, but then 1 year internship is mandatory, practical training in the hospital. So that was not there in our system, but little bit now it has started. I think this is a good step. And now you see moot court is one part, which used to be there earlier. But now that trend also has changed with the time. Now you don't have moot courts only that you argue the cases for both parties, have some memorials and all that. There are competitions of negotiation, mediation, judgment writing is also there in one competition they held. Then contract drafting, some arbitration, quiz, youth parliament. So lot of different type of competitions to give exposure to the students. Because when you were studying in law, it's not that you will go in one profession only, maybe you will go in court only and argue the cases. You may go in different areas. You may go in service also, where you need to draft the laws also, because that's another very challenging area, drafting of laws. We are seeing lot of old laws, pre-independence, 100-year-old laws still continuing, and still those very provisions of 2, 3, 4 lines still catering us, still giving us answer to our problems which we are facing about 100 years later. And now new laws, as we see in the court, there is lot of issues. There are a lot of issues in that. Some drafting errors are there, which need to be naturally ironed out by the court in some cases. But that's a very challenging area, and a lot of students go in that side also. Now what you learn if you participate in a moot court competition where the arguments are to be addressed or the memorial is presented by you and prepared. You are given a problem. And first of all, you need to understand the problem. Compare this with a career of a lawyer. So if a litigant comes to you, you'll have to first hear his case and understand the problem. So this is what you do. You have been given a problem. You will understand that problem. After understanding the problem, you will draft, as the lawyer drafts a case, you will also draft something, memorial, submit it. For that purpose, you will carry out some research also, because research is also required. For a lawyer also, the research is required. Thereafter comes the presentation in court, how you present your case, how you modulate your arguments and decide which is the foremost important argument to be addressed first. This is a very important issue. Unless you decide which is the most important argument to address in court, maybe your priority is wrong. You address some argument which is not very good and the court doesn't take it. Your important argument comes in the evening, in the end. Maybe the court will not accept because they say in first, second, third argument there was no merit, so this also may be meritless. So that presentation and the priority of the arguments is also very important to be learnt in this profession, which you will learn here. Then your analytical mind also is very important, how you analyze the facts and the law. Communication skill and public speaking. You have to communicate also. You may be a very good writer, very good reader, you may have very good knowledge. Unless you can communicate, you can't learn in this profession. This is very important, communication. With clarity, how you communicate. And then your spontaneous response. You must have visited the court, seen a lot of top lawyers arguing the cases. Now, nobody knows what somebody else will argue. Law, yes, somebody can see, because as we see in the High Courts and the Supreme Court, it's not that the cases are argued on the basis of decided cases only. That you must have read in the legal theories. I think the pigeonhole theory, if I recall, that used to be there earlier. This is precedent based only. But law has to grow, and it is growing. The interpretation of the same provision, same thing is changing with time. And for that, one live example is Article 21, if you have read that. How the interpretation of 21, that two-line article, has gone from where to where. This is a matter of study for all of you, if you carry out the research on that. How the interpretive mind of the court works with change in time, and with change in time, the meaning of the same line is given in different, because law evolves with society. As the society grows, the law will also grow. We are not static that way. So this is what you learn in this. And if the participation in these events is there, it is all a group event basically. In each team also you have 3 students, 3 or 4 students normally they come in the moot courts. So naturally you have to work in group. Now if you see in law also, the practice is not of an individual now. You are seeing a lot of firms coming in. They provide one-stop solution kind of a thing. They have the client, as in the medicine there used to be a family doctor, you must have heard. So this is kind of a family doctor, or maybe a solution provider to the litigant. Whatever kind of litigation somebody has, he goes to one person only, so that he guides him properly. And in that guidance, your attitude, if you join profession, has to be problem solving. Nobody comes to you to say only that file my case in the court. Like you go to a doctor will not say that you go to the operation theatre and I'll operate for a headache also. That immediately I'll open your brain and see where the headache is. It's not that. He will also see how you have to be, your problem has to be solved. Now there are a lot of ways and means to solve this problem. It's not litigation only. Those problem solving, if you see, we have mediation also, we have arbitration also, we have negotiation also. There are a lot of means now. Though all these ADR process, these started saying with that lot of pendency in the courts, we should have some alternate dispute redressal mechanisms. Somebody said alternate, somebody said appropriate also. That is, ADR means appropriate dispute resolution mechanisms. But that solution you have to provide him proper. And this in long term will always work with you. Now we are in the era of technology, we know. And you are all adult, basically, when you enter the law department as a student. And as an adult, it's very difficult to teach anyone. As a raw student, maybe in class 1, 2, 3, 4, because their knowledge is less. Now the time has changed with time, I think, with after COVID especially, when we had given mobile and tablet to our students, young students of first, second, third class also. Otherwise, normally up to 6, 7, they were not given all these gadgets. So in the era of technology, there is a lot of information available with everyone. But what is right and wrong is not known. That is where the role of a teacher will come in. Because normally the problem in adult education is, in one judicial education program I had gone. So I was also surprised to hear that there is one subject was adult education. So I said really strange, because I just interpreted that to mean good old times. We have many senior teachers sitting here. एक 20 पॉइंट प्रोग्राम में एक नाम था प्रौढ़ शिक्षा, एक सब्जेक्ट था. The idea was to teach our senior citizens so that they can read and write little bit, or if some letter comes, they can just read instead of getting it read from the postman. So I thought maybe I don't know what this subject is. He said the main problem with the adult in learning and teaching is that he knows lot of things. And with those things he will say, no, I know it. He will not be attentive to hear the teacher also. So that's why. And second problem is that he will take only what he wants to take out of the lecture, not what the teacher wants to teach him. So this is the major problem. And the another problem, he says that we have lot of information and we are happy with that. And out of that, lot of information is garbage. As we see in the computer or your telephone also, with the passage of time, we delete a lot of garbage from that. This is the mechanism in the brain also. So with the passage of time, you have to unlearn and then learn. Learn, unlearn and learn. You have to wash off a lot of things. If you continue to keep that garbage in your mind, you will not be progressive, because entire your processing will be with some part of that garbage also coming in, because the entire data in your brain will be processed. Now just see the importance of the profession you have chosen. You may note down a little bit. We have the population of about 144, 145 crore in the country now. Largest in the world now. We have crossed China. There are 5.20 crore cases pending in the country. And what I saw now, this also is information only. There are lot of different portals on which the information is there. We have about 14-15% people in the country living below poverty line. And about 14-15% are people who earn up to 2 to 3 lakhs in a year. So these 25 to 30% people, they are normally not in litigation. Very molecule percentage of that may be in litigation. So if 5.20 crore people, in one case you can estimate how much persons can be involved as a litigant. Maybe 3 or 4 on an average, and thereafter see how much family members of that person. 4 family members, then you multiply how much people overall will come who are affected with the litigation of 5.20 crore cases pending in court. I am talking about only the judicial courts, as the civil and criminal court we say. There is a lot of litigation pending in the revenue courts. There is a lot of litigation pending in a lot of different tribunals. So you can really do wonders. It has large effect on the social fabric, the profession you have chosen. And every stage, I think you need to be a student only, because you can't be an expert, especially in law field, and you can talk of any field. In fact, the way the developments and the progress is going on, you can't say you are an expert in any field, because daily new things are coming. If you see in our freedom struggle also, how much lawyers were involved, advocates. And there was only one advocate who was given the title of Mahatma. He was Gandhi. He was also a lawyer only. So they also had sacrifice. There are a lot of sacrifices also in this profession. Now how you can also do, and something the university can also do, and the students who can also learn about all this. There are about 25,000 students in the campus of this university. I think one of the largest, maybe as far as the government university is concerned. Private universities have a lot of students. And what I saw, there are about 3,200 villages in district Prayagraj now. The university is Allahabad, Prayagraj. Now just see, if a group of students, maybe different departments, may have some relation also with social work and all that, and law also, in a group adopt some village also, and go there, provide some service, provide some guidance to the residents there, I think that would be a practical learning to all these students. Because otherwise what happens? In the student life, we are all dependent on the parents. We do not know where the shoe pinches. Immediately after passing out your law, you may go in service. If you go in service, you do not know how the problem will come, what is the problem, what is the feeling of the other side, which you need to resolve. And many of you may go in the judicial service also, where you will have to solve the problems only. And what is happening is about 60-70% fresh law graduates are coming in service. So that will give you a real-time experience that where the country lives in, because our country lives in villages only. So this is, you can do service also, I think, and gain really practical experience. Now problem given to you is really, which is the present time, artificial intelligence. A wrongly identified person was shot because of the errors in some AI. Now this gave me an opportunity to read what is AI now. Because you see, at this time no university will give us admission. So this is the idea of teachers is always to teach whosoever has been a student earlier. So this is the way they teach us also. Now the problem is, so I read about AI also a little bit, because otherwise we read about our cases basically, more time on that. So what I read was, one of the, I will not name these apps and all that. One of the AI app which was initially created, how much data was consumed in that? 57 gigabyte data. That's 300 billion words. It means 30,000 crore words. One app is there, image, regarding image, that lab is there. That has used about 5.8 billion images. From where this data came in? They made all this. We never thought of, when all these facilities of search engines and all that started, free. You can visit any website, free, carry out search free. So they were all collecting the data. They have big servers, they were all collecting your choices, your data. When the laptops came, initially password was there, then they said your face recognition will also be good. You said, I'm very happy. My face, yes, naturally nobody can open it. They say you give your thumb impression, you give your fingerprint and all that. Very happy that it's the most secure thing, but never thought of this data is again going somewhere. We were interested that this is free. So this is how they have collected data and created all these artificial intelligence programs. But still there are a lot of biases in this, because it's all man-made. And if it is man-made, then certainly some human factor will also come in, because how they have made the logarithms of that, how the decision is taken. And there another problem is this data they have collected. But sometimes they need more data also. Then the synthetic data is also created by them, which may not be real. But if the synthetic data is not close to real, then the natural decision making will be wrong. So this is really dangerous. But see the effect of all this on our lives. If you ask somebody what is your house number, he will not remember it. Earlier, people used to remember a lot of things. If you ask somebody his mobile number, he will say, I don't remember, I'll just call you, you give me your number, I'll call you, it will come. Earlier, everybody remembered. Spellings, autocorrect and all that, so nobody now learns, he is dependent, whatever is there, the computer will suggest, or I'll just click the dictionary and all that, so nothing. You will not apply your mind, you have stopped applying your mind on that. Calculator, I can share with you, I belong to a small business family. These calculators came in 70s. So I was about 10-year-old at that time. So we were very happy that this is a machine which has come, so we will calculate on that. And I can share that my father calculating himself manually, and we calculating on the calculator were slow. This was the speed at that time. Because he will never say 2 and 2, 4. He'll say 2, 4, 8, and this was the fast. This used to be the mind. And at that time, as we were told, we also have not gone through that period. We were not in that period. There used to be the tables of 1.5, half, quarter. Now nobody knows the tables. If you ask a student, he will not even remember your counting of 1 to 100 also in Hindi, if you ask somebody. After 20, 30 is all fail. If you ask somebody what is 69 किसी को पूछ लो आप, 64 किसी को पूछ लो, कुछ नहीं पता. So here we have reached. We live in India, but still we English में बताओ, ये सबका हाल है. So there we have gone. Lot of privacy concerns are there, and now you have seen blunder with AI. You must have read in the newspaper some income tax appellate tribunal member carried out some search on a portal. 2 judgments were suggested. He had put that in the order, decided the case, and ultimately few days later he found those were non-existent judgments. You must have read in the newspaper. And he had to recall that order. This is what is happening. We are not to be dependent on this. And there are a lot of news you must be reading. Few men lost their life because the map had taken to a direction where there was no road in the end, and they had fallen somewhere. So if you depend on the technology so much, I think it's really dangerous. Many of you must have seen film Robot made long back. So this is how this will overpower us. And lot of issues, they were saying technical word they were using, because in that also there is some mad cow disease in artificial intelligence also, which comes because the process start self-heating process. There are a lot of technical things which I read, but these are really dangerous. So what I would say that we should not be fully dependent. It should be used as an help, yes. It has many positive uses also, but should not be like this. Now there are a lot of crime going on with the use of technology, cloning of voice, your face also. Many people are digitally arrested, showing something, cyber crime. This is all the result of the technology. And how much money is involved in this, I think, enormous. There are positive uses also in healthcare. It is there, defense, education, translation, yes, we are also using in Supreme Court. E-commerce is there. In taxation, yes, you see, if any of you have some interest in the taxation part, you must have seen the robust collection of our GST and income tax in last 2-3 years. One is that, yes, our economy is growing. Second is that we have been able to check the evasion of the tax, because with the use of technology. Now I can give you an example, 2 examples, because little bit interest I also have in tax, and this is with use of AI technology. They said some people claimed expenses on account of payment of house rent in income tax. Huge amount. Now everything is to be furnished, PAN number and all that. When with the AI they checked the PAN number, returns of those PAN numbers, there was no income shown as house rent. So this is how they connected the mismatch. Similarly, they could find out there are a lot of people who were filing the GST returns of crores of rupees, but no corresponding return in the income tax. If the crores of rupees return in GST is there, certainly some income will be there. Or some people filing income tax return but no GST. So this is how they could locate things. There the AI is useful because you have huge data, which may be humanly impossible to process. And similarly, your transportation of goods is there, geotagging. Now if a vehicle moves, they can always monitor where the vehicle is going. Otherwise, left, right, they used to go. Goods have to be unloaded at place A, but will go to place B and all that. So these are things where technology is being used and there are positive uses. Now a lot of people say about what is happening in court. There are delays and all that. For that also I'll just share with you. You are all law students. Many people connected with law are present here. We have about 20,000 judges in the country. And about 15 lakh lawyers, out of that, all may not be in practice. This is the figure, I think, of the lawyers who are registered with the Bar Council. In 23, at different levels, there were 2.3 crore cases filed and 2.33 crore cases decided. So this is not a small thing to be done by a team of about 20,000 people in the country of 145 crore. 24 also 2.43 crore cases filed and 2.35 crore cases decided. So this is the kind of work which is being done. But still, arrears are there, but any case filed today is not arrear because there is a normal life cycle also of every case. But the mindset is that from day one we treat that this is an arrear only. We have 5.20 crore cases pending. Annual filing is about 2.5 crores. So those are fresh cases. It takes some time, but there are many cases which are old also, but being taken care of. Now there is a lot of technology being used in courts. Many of the students may be knowing. I think I just wanted to share with you some of the things which may be helpful to you as a student also, and when you join the profession also, and maybe in any legal work you go. Live streaming is one thing. I think most of the students may be knowing about all this. All important cases, Constitution Bench cases in the Supreme Court, the hearing of that is live streamed. And just see the change with this. If you had to hear all those cases from anywhere in the country, you will have to go to Delhi and sit in the court, very limited space and all that. So may not be all, maybe very few who may be lucky to be there to hear the cases. Now you can sit in your department at your home, you can always hear those cases. See the kind of arguments being addressed by the top lawyers in the country. It's a lot of learning experience to hear the arguments also of the top lawyers, how they give new meaning to the same provision, a new dimension to the law. Then we have virtual court for traffic challans, crores of cases, because earlier one person will take care, every district there used to be a judge to take care of traffic challan, or some judges are allocated the cases, huge number of challans. Now we have very few, like in UP we have about 10, I think, virtual courts only for the entire state. There are 10, I think, now also. Yes, and crores of there. So this is all online, nobody is required to go. On the portal you go, pay your fine, and that's all, matter ends. We have e-filing facility, you must be knowing, sitting at your home you can file the case. And then thereafter can address arguments also through VC. VC is also there, one thing. Copies of the orders are uploaded, so practically the court is at your doorstep only. Earlier there used to be said that the court should be brought at the doorstep of the litigation. With technology we have brought it. Many people, when I was in Allahabad, used to say that there is to be a bench in Meerut or Agra of Allahabad High Court in the western UP. But I said, why do you need a bench? Now online you can sit at your home only in the village and file case, argue. So there is no need to have a bench of anything there. Now e-court services mobile app is there, one. I don't know many of the students know about it or not. This is very useful for any litigant, for any person who has interest in the litigation. You get the status, complete status and update of all the cases which are pending in the court. With the case number, parties name, there are different features, different parameters that you can search it. And it also has the case diary, in the sense if you have 5 cases, or if you talk about a lawyer, if he has 100 cases, all 100 in that, and it can give you the diary also, how much cases are listed next week, next day, next month, complete. Or a department also, they can just monitor their cases. Now we have set up e-Seva Kendra, you may have heard about it, you have seen or not seen. If you go to the court, you must have seen those e-Seva Kendra. Because when the technology was adopted, especially in COVID time, a lot of technology was adopted in the system, and barring, I think, first 1.5 months when complete lockdown was there, the court system had been functioning throughout. And it was only with the use of technology and VC hearing. And to help, because there was a lot of digital divide in the country, to help the litigants, to help the lawyers also, we had opened e-Seva Kendras to help all in technological needs of the litigant and also the lawyers. I don't know how much of the students know about our portal, National Judicial Data Grid. How much of the students know about that? So this is the problem. You are entering into a profession, you should know wherever the data is there about the litigation, about the court system. And I would request the department also to give the link of all this on the website of the department. Now this is the depository of all the cases pending in the country, and also lot of decided cases also, with complete status, everything, lot of further information also. We have put justice clock also in all the courts, high courts, to show the total pendency, filing, disposal, regularly updated. Now another feature which we added about 2 years back is that also maybe the students not knowing is ESCR. Any of the student visited that website? No. Yes, only 2, 3. So just see, can you share what you found on that website, ESCR? Yes, this is your profession now, you have to open up. Cases, how much cases are there on that website? How much judgments? Now, on that website, there are 37,000 Supreme Court judgments, and many of them translated in 19 different languages. Like some judgments translated in Punjabi. This process is on. Like some judgments are there in Punjabi like. So the judgments which pertain to that area have been translated. It's not that all judgments have to be translated in Punjabi. So similarly, different languages, the area-wise judgments have been translated. Now it has 1,58 lakh high court judgments of different high courts. And I can say that this is one of the best search engine we have. And total free 24/7, you are not to pay anything to any of the private players, you know how much money they charge for that. And another important area, the earlier system used to be, somebody will take the copy of the judgment and then print in the reporter, manual printer or something. And printing also was delayed and everything. But now firstly the judgment will be uploaded either on this portal or on the High Court portal, then only some private player will get it. So first the judgment is on all these portals. So this is the portal which all the students should use, because this is available 24/7. And along with that, there is another portal which is Digital SCR. That also, have you visited? Because that has the Supreme Court judgments only. On ESCR, you don't have the head notes. On Digital SCR, you have the head notes also. Because we are all habitual of reading the head notes only. That's little dangerous otherwise, but this is what the habit is now. Now we have also started a system of neutral citation. Any one of you know about the neutral citation? The law students. It was in news, I think, about 1 year back. Not knowing. You all know about the citations which are given in the judgments. Which are those citations? What is the citation? All these are practical things which you need to learn. Citation is, you cite a judgment with some publisher's system, like AIR is there. So there is a system given that this is the place where you will find this judgment. Different reporters are there. Now there are a lot of online reporters also. You have to identify the place where you can find the complete judgment. This is what the citation is. Now what used to be earlier practice used to be, the Supreme Court had its official publication, Supreme Court Reports, a book publication. In the Supreme Court, that only used to be cited, no private publication. But with the passage of time, the publication was delayed, so naturally the private players came in. In all high courts, they had their Indian law report, different series of different high courts. There also the process was delayed, so the private players came in. That's why it had taken backseat, and the private players are in the forefront. Now the irony is, they take the judgments of the courts only and ask us to purchase also from them only. All these portals and all that, they charge huge money from us also, if you want to have access to their portal for search and all that. So that's why we have started this neutral citation. This is the citation given to the judgment by the court only. Whenever a judgment is uploaded, like Supreme Court judgment will be said year, INSC and the number. Number is automatically generated when the case is uploaded. Similarly, all different high courts have their own different neutral citation. Now gradually you will find this citation being mentioned in the judgments. You should be familiar with that. So this is where few of the areas I have shared with you about the technology being used in court, which you should know because you are entering that profession. Now another challenge which is coming, I think you will face. You must have read in the newspapers also or lot of social platforms, right to be forgotten. How much of you know about this concept, right to be forgotten? Ma'am ko to pata hi hoga. Yes, yes, yes. You see, yes, you're right. The problem is, earlier the judgments used to be printed in books only. No portal, nothing. So as a result, who would read the books? Only the lawyer, the judge, or maybe the law students and all that. The access was very limited. So whosoever is convicted or acquitted, or there are many cases where we mask the name also, like crime against women is there, your matrimonial disputes are there. There are already instructions we mask, or juvenile cases also, victim of crime also. We mask the name. These are the instructions which were already. So earlier nobody knew about all this. If you try to search name of a person, that whether he is acquitted or convicted person or his criminal background, you will not find, you can't read all the books, the number of them. Now with the technology coming in, this is all in the public domain. That's why the people have started raising that issue. And one of the High Court had taken a view, no, it should not be there. Recently the Punjab High Court had deleted the name of the person who was acquitted, finally he said. And in one High Court he said, no, it should be deleted. So the matter is pending in the Supreme Court now. But I can share, I got a mail in 2008, I think, when I was in Chandigarh. Somebody had sent us a mail that why you have put my name on the portal, you have uploaded my judgment because I have been acquitted in a case. See, the problem is, on the High Court, Supreme Court portal, you will find all judgments to be uploaded. But those are not available in the public domain, in the search, as a common search, basically, in the common bag, you see, as the private players are there. Some private player may upload the judgment of conviction only, not the final of acquittal. So his record will always show he is a convicted person in the public domain, in the websites. So this is the problem. So that's why the people have started, and we are also masking a lot of names. If you see the Supreme Court judgments, in lot of different types of cases, we are masking the names of the accused also, wherever he is acquitted. So why put that name in public domain? This has problem where if somebody is to join service, please take your seat, man. When somebody asks to carry out his search about his credentials, now he will find out nobody knows what is the parent's name. He will say Shyam Singh, he will get hundreds of cases of Shyam Singh. So he will say no, he has so much cases against him. Nobody will verify the details and all that. So maybe it goes to his discredit. So this is the problem of technology also. Another problem which you may face with the technology coming in, you have to be very careful in that. That is coming, now ADD is the word used, ADHD is the word used. And what is that? ADD we normally call mathematical, but that is attention deficit disorder. This is the offshoot of technology, attention deficit hyper disorder. Because we are getting so much of information and so fast we are moving that our brain doesn't stick to any place for a longer time. This is not the profession where you can have this kind of a disease. You need a lot of attention while reading, while drafting, while hearing, while addressing the cases. So that should not come to, because there are different words being used for that. One is attention deficit disorder. Another word is used, monkey mind, because it is also continuous jumping. It is not static, sitting at one place. So this is the area where I think you need to be very careful, because this profession needs a lot of attention and not the technology only. Technology is only for the aid or help. Now, as far as your future is concerned, you all know the status of our economy. Now the 5th largest economy in the world. And with the economy, a lot of business will grow, a lot of other problems will also be there. Problems are the second part, but a lot of issues of drafting and all that of the contracts is also there. Many of the lawyers, law firms are doing that work only. So there is a lot of opportunity available with the law students now as compared to our time, because at that time there used to be civil criminal litigation only, or maybe taxation side little bit or service side. Now you see the kind of litigation we have in our country, or world over basically. But never think ever in your life that you are an expert. Always continue learning, because same very provision will give you a different answer in a different fact situation. Don't see that you have read that provision number of times, so you know about all this. Always read. Reading is the most important part in this, and reading the books, I would say. Now with technology, many of the law students or the lawyer think that they can have their entire office, entire case law in their mobile only, and it is possible. You have soft copy of the case law, you have the soft copy of your files. You need not have any office. No need to spend money on the books, but just see what impression your client will have if you are sitting on a table and chair only having a mobile in your hand. Whether he will think you are a lawyer, no. Your impact is with the books you have behind you, because that gives an atmosphere of a law office, lawyer's office. You can't do away with the books. Technology you use to help you. Winning and losing, again I said, it's not that important. Your participation is, I think, the most important part. And after participation in this, you will go from here back home with a large family, which is now based throughout the country, because you have participant teams from throughout the country. Otherwise, you have friends and all that in the institution where you are studying. So keep that memory, keep that connection throughout your life. This is the profession in which that all will help you. Again, conveying my best wishes to all the teams without thinking of again winning and losing. Do participate with passion and do whatever best you can do in this, but never be sort of discouraged that you have lost, because a winning team also may have something to be learnt from a losing team, because it's all total evaluation basically, but one factor may be of the losing team also, which may be good, and some factor in the losing team. And again, to the university also, to the law department also, for inviting me, giving me an opportunity to be with you this morning. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience and insightful thoughts on argumentative skills, interpretation methods, problem-solving skill, ADR system, and the role of the teacher. You have also emphasized on AI technology, data collection, and the importance of the role of the teachers. Thank you so much, sir. The gathering is truly honored to have heard such words of encouragement from you. Now it is time to take a moment to recognize and honor the former professors of Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, whose dedication, wisdom, and mentorship has contributed immensely to legal education. It is our privilege to felicitate them and express our deepest gratitude. First of all, I would like to request respected H.O. Agrawal, sir, retired professor, Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, to come upon the stage. Sir, has joined Faculty of Law in early 70s. He has profound expertise in international law, United Nations laws, human rights, and law of seas. Sir has retired in 2000. I request Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal, sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to felicitate, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, Professor Sangeeta Srivastava, to felicitate him with the token of gratitude. Now I would like to request Professor B.P. Singh, sir, Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad. Sir has joined faculty in the year of 1980 and retired from his service in 2018. Sir has had an illustrious career with 38 years of teaching experiences. Sir has profound expertise in the field of criminal law and tort law. Sir has also held important positions in the university administration, including the Registrar of the University of Allahabad. Sir has played an instrumental role in introducing BA LLB Honours 5-year integrated course in the Faculty of Law back in the year 2005. Now I request R.K. Khanna, sir, Professor R.K. Khanna, sir, Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad. He has joined the faculty in the year 1983 and got retired from his service in 2021. During his tenure, he has held several important administrative positions. Sir is known expert in the field of constitutional law, consumer law, and criminal law. Sir continues to lend support to the university till date. Now I would like to request Professor R.K. Chaube, sir. Sir has joined our faculty in 2001 and he has retired in the year of 2024. Sir is an expert of constitutional law, taxation law, and criminal law. Sir has held various administrative posts, including Dean and Coordinator of the BA LLB course. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to request to take your seats. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now it is time to hear from a leader whose vision and dedication have played a transformative role in the academic sphere. Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Allahabad, Professor Sangeeta Srivastava, ma'am, has been a guiding force in fostering academic excellence. Now I invite respected ma'am to address the gathering.
Honorable the Chief Guest, Justice Rajesh Bindal, whom I have known for a very long time, also when he was the Chief Justice of Allahabad High Court, and now when he is the Judge of the Supreme Court. I feel very warmed and happy that you have found time to come to our university and advise our students and faculty what is the way to go about. So we just heard a very illuminating lecture from you. On the dais is our Dean, Adesh ji, and I had his Adesh to be present here today and also tomorrow for the valedictory. The Moot court used to happen few years ago, but had stopped. But this time we got a very good response from 62 teams, and all because of the joint efforts of the team that the Dean had made and the faculty which had joined hands with him to make this program a huge success. So we see the light of the day. I am very happy to see that the Department of Law has organized this moot court with these many teams. As for the institution, as Allahabad University has at all promised to make, that we are going to roll out bright young law graduates into the field of law, and that we have been rolling out many law graduates who have been eminent lawyers, who have been judges. As many as about 25-30 judges belong to Allahabad University who have been educated here, and also this practice shall continue in the future, where there will be lawyers and there will be judges in the future. So a lot of fraternity of law has benefited from this institute. I welcome all the retired teachers who have been contributing for years together, so many of them as 40 years. And Professor B.P. Singh, so far as I know, was the one who envisaged the 5-year law program many years ago. So today it was very heartwarming to felicitate him also. There are very good lines from Roosevelt. He said, "It's far better to dare mighty things, to win glorious battles, triumphs, even though checkered with failure, than to take rank with those poor spirited who neither enjoy nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows victory nor defeat." It goes so true about lawyers. There will be many lawyers who will be very successful. There will be many who will be not so successful. But I thought, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm the wife of a lawyer and the mother of a lawyer too. So I must share my experience with all the lawyers who are going to be lawyers, who are sitting here and who are going to appear for this moot court. It's a very tricky thing, and there is one word which is known as courtcraft. So you must know philosophy, and you must also know psychology. Why psychology? Because you must know the mind of the judge. If the judge has his heart in the right side, he will give you good orders. If the judge is very stern and you feel that he is not going to give you good hours, pack and run from there. Go look for another bench. So these are practical, smart advisory. So how to save your client? The point of utmost importance is to save your client. Win the case somehow or the other. There are no rules in winning, like there are no rules in war. So there are no rules like that. So mostly this is what lawyers do. And if you find that there is no way out, then many times you also feign illness. Am I right? So, of course, Justice Bindal has also been a lawyer, he knows it, and he's also laughing. All of you had been sitting with a very mundane face. I thought I must tell you very practical things about how the profession goes about. Some places you have to hide, some places you have to sneak, and the whole thing is that you have to be very, very smart. But, like Justice Bindal said, you must have good communication skills. That is, your communication should be lucid, full of all facts on the case, powerful. You should be speaking with clarity. It should be sent well and received well. Supposing you mumble in your mouth with closed mouth, the judge is not able to hear what you are saying, then you will lose the case. So what you have to actually identify who you are. Ask yourself these questions. Who am I? What am I to do? What is my purpose of being here? Why have I chosen this profession? Of course, the profession is very interesting. Once upon a time, I tried to become a lawyer, but I was not allowed to, because in those days, 30 years back, especially in UP, women, this was a profession that was looked down upon, that women cannot join. So I did not join law, but then I think I was cut out for other things, better things. So the whole thing is that you have to keep trying, keep going, keep experimenting. Something will work, something will not work. Many times you will fail. Try another thing. Try to fix things. Move on. Making mistakes is important, and accepting mistakes is also very important. You accept yourself, you accept your mistakes, you sip your failures, you understand where you failed, and then you repair yourself and emerge again. And that is how you build yourself. So it is just not the degree of law that is important. It is after you leave the college, you have to build yourself as a successful lawyer. So not only being smart in the court, there are other qualities that are required. You have to have good interpersonal skills. As many people you can impress, as many friends you can have, as many nuances you can find out. Half the battle is won outside court. Half of it is won inside the court. And also you have to see the mood of the judge. It's very important. So psychology is important, philosophy is important. Why I say philosophy is important is that because there is a theory that early law began in Athens. And there is this word in English called ostracized. All of you have come across the word ostracized. So ostracized is a word that has been written, that is the basis of which is the egg of the ostrich. Ostrich is a very big bird, and the egg of the ostrich is this big. So when in Athens people were angry with a politician or anyone, they would write on the eggshell, "We criticize this person." So if they were able to collect 10,000 eggshells and the man was ostracized by 10,000 people, he was banished for 10 years. There are other adages also that say an eye for an eye. So eye for an eye is, अगर आपकी एक आँख किसी ने फोड़ी है तो आप भी जाकर उसकी एक आँख फोड़ दीजिए. So from there the law actually emerged. We say that law emerged from such simple things and has, over the years grown into very complex decision-making process and complex laws, very difficult to understand, and so many fields in laws. We have very eminent lawyers. Some of them are in our team of the university who have fought fiercely for the university for the past 3.5 years. Kunal and Kartikeya, all of you have been very helpful to the university for having won about 60 cases while I was appointing teachers in the university. So there is a very, very close connect between the High Court and then the Supreme Court. So we all have to be law-abiding citizens. And one more advice that I would give you is that trivials are trivials indeed. And trivials bring perfection. And perfections are not trivial. You should not think that on the first day I go, I should be successful. That only happens in Indian movies. It does not happen in real life. Real life is a very uphill and daunting journey. You go step by step. And also it is important you will find as you step out in this arena of being a lawyer and facing a judge and facing a court, you will find there will be some who are who on the race are 50 points ahead of you. There are others who are 100 points ahead of you. You begin at 0. And that's all right. You begin at 0, but it is not where you began. It is where you end your journey and how much energy you can put into your journey. Apart from these things, there are other qualities that you must imbibe in yourselves, and for which I would recommend that you must read the Upanishads, because all big people, including Rudyard Kipling, have said the origin and everything came from the Upanishads. But we don't know Sanskrit. Try, find time to learn Sanskrit, or even if you can read the translations of these Upanishads. They will help you keep your heart in the right side. Ethics is very important in any profession, be it a lawyer, be it a doctor. For your own gains, you should never try to linger on the case. I think it is in the ethics and the best of things that you must tell the fighting couple or whosoever comes before you, see, it is better if you don't fight, and if you get together, it will be good. Even if you lose your fee, it doesn't matter, but it is important to keep peace in the society. So ethics is very important, for which I would like to quote a very small quote. If all of you are not bored, then I would, otherwise I would say thank you. But there was a big fight between Raman and Ram long ago. The scriptures are Ramayana. And Raman was a very educated man. And he had the blessings of Lord Shiva. He had done a lot of tapasya, and Lord Shiva had himself emerged, and from there it was said that Om Namah Shivaya, and he was the Pandit known for being his best bhakt. And he had to be present in all the pujas and everything. But Raman also got a vardhan that he could never be killed. So he became very proud by and by. And there was Ram. And what Ram did, when Raja Dashrath died and he had to, we all know the story, he left for the forest, and with just one set of clothes, lived in the forest for 13 years. He was a very humble person. He was educated in some skills, but he was humble. When Raman died, on the time that Raman died, Ram told Lakshman to go to Raman, and Ravan is there lying with the arrow, to go to Raman and take some of his sermons. So Lakshman goes and stands on the head of Raman. And Ram says, when you have to learn from somebody, then you don't go and stand on the head of that person. You go and sit on his feet. Lakshman comes and sits on his feet. And what Raman says is beautiful. Of course, it is all in prose, but I will share with you in English. He said, I am very educated. I knew I will never die. Only your brother could have killed me, and he is God. So I am blessed that he has shot me. But I will tell you why I have been shot. I have been shot because I was so proud of myself. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing big or you are doing small, you have to have these gracious qualities of being humble. howsoever educated. And being a lawyer, it is a lifelong learning. So to all the lawyers, I say, because they did not study well in school, they keep learning all their life. They are in office all evenings. Perhaps they did not do their homework well in school. I don't know. But so with the few advisory that I had, I say thank you to all of you. May you have a splendid time at Allahabad University. All the teams that have come from outside, I hope you are taken care of well. And I wish you well, and I wish that one of you wins the moot court. But moot court is moot. Real court is very different. So get ready for the real court. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. We are privileged to have heard your insight and words of encouragement. As we conclude this inaugural ceremony, it is only fitting to acknowledge the collective efforts that have made this event possible. I now invite Dr. Sonal Shankar, Associate Professor and Convener, Moot Court Society, Faculty of Law, University of Allahabad, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Vijayalakshmi. Warm greetings to all. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on the inaugural function of the two-day National Moot Court competition. First and foremost, we would like to express a deep sense of gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindal, Judge, Supreme Court of India, for graciously accepting our invitation and taking out time to grace this occasion. Sir, your presence has made a world of difference. I am sure that your words of wisdom must have left an indelible impression on the minds of young lawyers, many of whom aspire to be just like you. Thank you, sir. Moving ahead, we are extremely grateful to our ever-inspiring and dynamic Vice Chancellor, Professor Sangeeta Srivastav, for being here. Ma'am, your mere presence elevates an occasion. We are indebted to you for your unwavering support. Your words are resonating. Build yourself. The effortless manner and the ease with which you communicate with the audience is reflective of your brilliance. We thank you, ma'am, for your invaluable presence. I thank the Dean, Faculty of Law, Professor Adesh Kumar, for initiating the organization of this two-day event. He has been tirelessly working for it. Gratitude, sir. A very special thanks to our very own retired faculty members who agreed to be present here and gave us this opportunity to felicitate them. It is such a happy feeling to see all of you here. A good day to celebrate the academia. Sincere gratitude is also due to the respected Dean, College Development, Professor N.K. Shukla sir, respected heads of the department, and the esteemed faculty members, Chairperson, Internal Complaints Committee, Professor Indrani Mukherjee ma'am, Chief Proctor, Professor Rakesh Singh, Director, Faculty Recruitment Cell, Professor Ashish Saxena sir, the PRO, Professor Jaya Kapoor, and the team of PRO, Dr. Amit Sharma and Dr. Ravi Suryavanshi. We also thank the administrative officers of the university who have taken out time to be present here with us. Gratitude is due to Dr. Vishal and his team of students for beautiful rendition of the Kulgeet. And we are also thankful to the media personnel. Legal fraternity is extremely kind to us. We thank the advocates of the High Court and those from the corporate and service sector who graciously agreed to judge the several rounds of this moot. Shri Rahul Shripad Shri Kunal Ravi Singh ji, Shri Kartikeya Saran, and Shri Shaurya Vardhan, and anybody else who is present here. A special mention is deserved by our participating teams for their enthusiastic participation from law institutions across India. Out of total 62 teams, we have with us today the final 16 three-member teams who qualified for participation in this mooting event. The mooting culture thrives only on such active participation and enthusiasm. And yes, a huge appreciation is due to the in-house teachers, especially the organizing secretary of the event, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, the co-organizing secretaries, Dr. Priya and Dr. Smita Srivastav, the faculty convener of different committees, Dr. Abhishek Kumar, who has facilitated a lot of things, and all other teacher coordinators and members. And yes, our students, student volunteers, student coordinators, the Moot Court Society members and its office bearers, and also last but not the least, the support staff of the Department of Law and that of the university for being involved to the core for this function and the total event. Once again, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Guest, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and everyone present here, and wish the qualified teams 2 good days of mooting. Thank you and best wishes.
Thank you, ma'am. Before we conclude, I would like to request everyone to stand up for the national anthem. I request a student of music and performing art to sing with us.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा जब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगल गायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all for your presence, and I wish all the participants for encouraging and intellectually stimulating competition ahead. Now I request our respected distinguished guest, and I request ma'am to proceed for the high tea. Dear participant, please report to the bus immediately. Students, please take your leave. Thank you, ICT team, for all the efforts you have made. Thank you so much. All the volunteers, it's a request to reach the department immediately.